Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today. My name's Danya, and I am tuning in with you all from Tulum, Mexico, where I am currently facilitating for the 300-hour Earth Wisdom Yoga Teacher Training with Wild Song Yoga School. I'm very excited to be here with you today and to flow throughout this practice. Please begin in any comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. And once you find that resting spot, closing your eyes or softening your gaze, and I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand below your belly button. Taking a couple big, deep breaths, feeling that expansion from the belly button all the way up to the collarbones, and then exhaling completely out, squeezing your belly at the bottom of the exhale. As you breathe, can you inhale and exhale through your nose, deepening your breath with every movement. And as you keep deepening your breath, noticing what comes up for you. Are there any shifts? Are there any changes? How do you feel right now? I now invite you to place both hands on your heart, continuing this deep breath and taking this time to really tune into yourself, to ground into your body and into your inner light. Take one more deep breath. And then let's make our way into tabletop position, however it is you need to get there. Stacking your hands below your shoulders, knees stacked below the hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you. Please spread your fingers as wide as you can and then energetically squeeze the thumb and forefinger together. From here, gently walk your knees in just slightly, and then taking a micro bend in the elbows, rooting down into the left hand, flip the right palm up, pressing the back of the right hand down into your mat. If it feels good to keep the micro bend, feel free to do so, or you can begin to straighten the elbow and maybe taking the weight back towards the heels, feeling some beautiful lengthening from the front of the right wrist all the way up into the shoulder, staying connected to your deep, full breath as you explore this part of your body. Beautiful. With an inhale, slowly come back up, bend the elbow, unwind the hand, and root the right palm back into the mat. Take a deep, neutralizing breath here. Preparing for the other side, again, micro bend in the elbow, and flip the left palm up so the back of the left hand is rooting into the mat. Just as we did on the other side, the elbow can remain bent or begin to straighten the arm, shifting the weight backwards. And wherever you are, staying connected to your breath. With your next inhale, bringing the weight forward, bend the elbow, unwind, and place the left hand back into the mat. Take another neutralizing breath here. Beautiful. Let's begin to move through some rounds of cat-cow. So with an inhale, tilting the sit bones up, bringing the gaze up. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, bring the gaze towards the thighs. Keep flowing through this movement with the pace of your own breath, taking your full inhalations and exhalations to move. Beginning the movement with the tailbone, the gaze is the last to follow. And as you move slowly through this posture, can you notice all the nooks and crannies of your body? Are there any spots that are speaking to you? Making your way back to a neutral tabletop position, walk the hands forward slightly and step the feet back to high plank or the top of a push-up position. Finding that engagement through the core, lifting through the low ribs, take a couple of big belly breaths here. Starting to feel that Agni, the fire, building and burning within your solar plexus. One more big inhale. As you exhale, send the sits bones up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Once you get here, feel free to open up into this posture in any organic movement that feels good to you. Maybe that's bending one knee and then the other. Maybe walking the dog or wiggling the hips. And eventually coming to find stillness. Connecting again with the breath. With an inhale, step both feet towards the top of the mat. Soft bend in the knees, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, take a big belly breath. With an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands, step your feet back, and lower the knees down as you lower your entire belly down to the ground. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the elbows together. With an inhale, reach the heart up, pushing the tops of the feet and the tailbone down into the mat. As you exhale, tuck the toes underneath and lift the hips up towards downward facing dog. Take a couple big belly breaths here. With an inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky, keeping the toes flexed, pointed towards the earth, hips are square. Stay connected to that breath. Point the right toes. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the right knee and bring the right knee to meet the right elbow. Pause here, take a breath. Inhale, reach the right leg back up behind you. With your next exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. With an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. High runner's lunge. Finding that engagement through the core, keep drawing your tailbone towards the earth as you reach up towards the sky from your sternum. One more big inhale. As you exhale, release the hands to the hips. Plug the back heel down at 90 degrees, setting up for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. With an inhale, extending the arms out to the horizon, gazes past that middle finger on the front hand. Finding a spiraling open of both hips here as you keep the core engaged. One more big inhale. As you exhale, release the hands to the hips, straighten the front leg. Again, inhale the arms to the horizon, flip the palms up. Reach the hips back as you reach the right arm forward, finding length on both sides of the body. With an inhale, reach the left hand overhead just as if you're holding a beach ball above your head. Pause here, taking a couple big belly breaths in this modified triangle pose or trikonasana. With an inhale, come back up to standing. Release the hands down. Bending into the front knee once again, take a big inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down to the earth, framing that front foot. Pivot on the back foot so the heel comes up off the mat. Begin to straighten the front leg. Once again, connecting to your breath. With your next inhale, reach the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. As you exhale, place the right foot down on the mat. Inhale to high plank. And as you exhale, lowering either through Chaturanga Dandasana or onto your belly. Inhale, lifting up to upward facing dog or cobra. And as you exhale, moving the hips up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pause here and take a full deep breath. With an inhale, extend the left leg up. Pause here, flexing the toes, staying connected to your core and your breath. Finding that straight line of energy shooting from the hands all the way out the heel of the foot. Point the foot with a big inhale. As you exhale, bring the left knee towards the left elbow. Pause here and breathe. Inhale the left leg back up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee forward as you place the left foot in between the hands. Coming up on the balls of the right foot with an inhale, sweep the hands up, high runner's lunge. Staying connected to the core, draw the tailbone towards the earth as you deepen your breath. One more big inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to the hips, plug the back heel down at 90 degrees, finding that open spiral of both hips. Inhale, arms up to the horizon, gazes past the front fingers. Virabhadrasana Dve, or Warrior Two. Again, keep extending the tailbone down as you rise your spine tall. Feeling that strength rising up through both feet into the core of your being. And coming back to that deep, full breath. One more big inhale. As you exhale, release the hands to the hips, straighten the front leg. Reach the arms out to the horizon, flip the palms up. Begin to reach forward with the left hand. And then bring the right hand up overhead as if you're holding that beach ball once again. Big belly breaths as you feel the core firing up in this modified trikonasana or triangle pose. With an inhale, come back up. As you exhale, release the hands to the hips. Bend into the front knee. Release the hands down to frame the front foot. Pivot on the back toes. Straighten that front leg. With an inhale, finding length, and as you exhale, maybe folding a little bit deeper. With an inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, release it down to meet the right in downward facing dog. Inhale, shift it forward, high plank. As you exhale, lower either Chaturanga Dandasana or onto your belly. Inhale for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Bhujangasana. And exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a big, deep breath here. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Bending the knees, stack the hips on top of each other, just like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Keep lifting the knee up towards the sky as you bring the foot towards the glutes. From here, begin to draw circles with the knee. They can be as big or as little as feels good for you. Just exploring that hip joint a little bit further. And with an inhale, reach the knee up, and as you exhale, bring the shin towards the front of the mat, placing the shin on the mat, setting up for pigeon pose. Untuck the back toes. With an inhale, find length in the spine. As you exhale, folding forward, releasing the forehead down onto your hands or onto a prop, and supporting your body in any way you need as you move into this pose. Once you come to lay down in sleeping pigeon or Rajakepotasana, coming back to that full deep breath. Take one more deep breath. Then with an inhale, coming back up to seated, tuck the back toes underneath. Engage the back leg. Pausing here, keeping the back knee lifted, allowing the hips to sink a little deeper. Then grounding the hands into the mat. With an inhale, reach the right leg back up to three-legged dog. And release the foot down onto the mat. Pause here, take a nice deep breath. Your next inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. With an inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. And then bend the left knee, stacking the hips on top of each other. Just as we did on the other side, keep raising that knee up towards the sky as you bring the foot closer towards the glutes. Then let's draw circles with that knee, exploring the hip joint. One more big inhale. As you exhale, bring the left shin towards the front of the mat, placing it down. Untuck the back toes, setting up for pigeon pose once again. Inhale, find length, and exhale, folding forward. Again, supporting yourself in any way that you need. as you allow yourself to melt into this posture. As we get into these deeper hip opening poses, you may notice the mind starts to wander. So if it does, can you acknowledge that and gently guide your awareness back towards your breath? Allowing yourself to truly embody this experience right now. One more deep breath. Then with an inhale, come back up to seated, tuck the back toes underneath, engage that back leg. So the knees lifting up off the mat as you allow the hips to sink a little deeper. Staying connected to that deep, full breath. Ground the hands into the mat once again. Engage the back leg. And as you inhale, lift the left leg up. And as you exhale, release it back down to the mat. Inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Exhale, flowing through, moving slowly with the breath as we meet back in downward facing dog. One more big inhale. As you exhale, lowering the knees down, coming to child's pose, balasana. Taking any form of child's pose that feels good for you today. And if you'd like to support yourself once again, grabbing those props and allowing yourself to receive that nourishment in this posture. Let's take another deep, full breath here. Then with an inhale, begin to walk the hands about halfway back in towards your body, grounding into the hands. With an inhale, reach the left hand up towards the sky, and as you exhale, thread it through, coming to rest on the left shoulder. Keep extending the right arm up above your head, feeling that beautiful length being created along the back of the body. Walk the right hand back in. With an inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky. And exhale, release it down onto the mat. Inhale the right arm up. And as you exhale, thread it through, coming to rest on the right shoulder. Extend the left arm up above the head once again, pausing here and connecting with the breath. Take one more deep breath. Then grounding the left hand in, reach the right arm up. Exhale, release the right hand down. Let's take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, release the forehead back down towards the mat. Taking a few more deep, nourishing breaths here. With an inhale, slowly slide your way forward, all the way onto your belly. Untuck the toes, root the tailbone down into the mat. Place the elbows right underneath the shoulders and root the palms down into the ground. Roll the shoulders onto the back of the body, shining the heart forward in Sphinx pose. Feeling this beautiful opening through the front of your body as you deepen your breath. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, lower onto one of your cheeks, releasing your arms beside you. Maybe slowly rocking the hips from side to side. And again, finding that deep breath. With every inhale, finding that expansion from the tailbone all the way up to behind your shoulders. And as you exhale, releasing all the way out. Allowing gravity to fold over you like a blanket, gently hugging you towards the earth. Take one more deep breath. And then gently roll yourself onto your back, meeting in a supine position. And then releasing your arms beside you, closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Let's take a big inhale, and as you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Then clasping onto our respective knees, let's slowly draw some circles with the hips and with the knees, massaging out our backs and our internal organs. Reverse your circles if you haven't already. Pausing in neutral, take another deep breath. Extend the arms out from the shoulders along the ground, palms facing up, click all 10 fingernails into the ground. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, release the knees to the right, and gaze goes opposite of the knees if it feels good for the neck. If there's another version of a supine twist you would like to take today, I encourage you to do so. Wherever you are, coming back to the breath. With an inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Straighten out the spine. And as you exhale, take the knees in the opposite direction. And again, gaze can go opposite of the knees if it feels good for the neck. Wherever you are in your twist, coming back to that deep, full breath. With an inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Straighten out the spine. And as you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Hug your forehead up towards your knees, giving your body some love, some gratitude. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, releasing out, coming into your Savasana. If you'd like any extra layers or props, I encourage you to do so. Then allowing your eyes to soften or close completely. And bringing your awareness towards your breath. Noticing how you feel right now in this moment. And allowing yourself to stay rooted in that awareness as you melt deeper into your Savasana. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you can today to allow deep integration of this practice. I am deeply grateful that you chose to flow with me today. So thank you so much. From my heart to all of yours, namaste.